morning, guys. How are you? I am Jessica with ExpressionsVinyl.com, and today I want to talk to you about Siser EasyWeed. It can get confusing because there's like three main lines. There's the Siser EasyWeed, which is like the Papa Bear, and then there's the Siser EasyWeed Stretch, which is like the Mama Bear, and then the Siser EasyWeed Electric, which is like the baby. And I'm going to explain those all in just a minute. But I'm going to tell you how, where to use them, what's the best use. We get questions all the time is how do I tell the difference? So I'm going to go over that as well. So let's start out with the EasyWeed. So earlier I said this was like the Papa Bear. This is like the original, works great for everything. It's just a hard worker. So, and it comes in all of these colors. It's the biggest line. It has the most colors in it. It's got the fun neon or fluorescent colors. And then all your basics too. The next one I say is like the Mama Bear. This is the Stretch. So she is a multitasker, the Stretch, just like moms. So this is great for t-shirts that you like, a fitted t-shirt, a workout t-shirt. We like to use this on onesies. Starla made a super cute headband. It's just gonna stretch with whatever material you have. Now the EasyWeed will stretch a little bit, but the Stretch is gonna stretch even more. So that is the Stretch. It comes in super fun colors. The rose gold right here is my favorite. It's so pretty. All right, and then this one I like to call the baby because it's a little bit, likes to show off. It's very pretty, the parents like to show it off. So this is the EasyWeed Electric, and it comes in these fun colors, and it's just a little bit flashy, but not as flashy as say like the glitter. So if you just want a little bit of pizzazz, I love the electric because it just gives you a little bit there. I'm gonna show you how to apply them all, how to tell the difference between them. So a question we get all the time is, how do I tell the difference in my stash if I have Stretch or if I have just the regular EasyWeed? They look the same. There's no markings, so these are both white. And it's kind of hard to tell, but I like to call this the wiggle test. Super technical here. So if you wiggle them, this one's a little bit stiffer. This is the EasyWeed. This one gives a little bit more. I don't know if this is coming through on camera or not, but this one's a little wigglier. And so this one is the Stretch. It feels a tiny bit thinner. This one's a little bit more rigid, but they're both super soft and flexible. So I do this technical wiggle test to tell the difference. You can also tell when you're weeding it. The Stretch is going to stretch out before it breaks. The EasyWeed is just gonna kind of snap. So let me show you that. We are gonna do this cute little mom tattoo on our shirt. But let me show you. Okay, so I'm using the Sweet Mint in Stretch. And then I've got the purple EasyWeed, and then this gold is the regular EasyWeed. So let me weed these out. So this cute file is from A Girl in a Glue Gun. You can download it for free, and it's an SVG, and she's got the JPEG. So if you're a Cricut user or a Silhouette user, you can download it. And we'll throw the link up for that. Okay, so this is the EasyWeed. You can see it's a little bit stiffer. And it's like staying together and not, I don't know. So that's the EasyWeed in the gold. Now let me show you the Stretch and how the Stretch goes. Okay, so this is like just super stretchy. You guys can see can you guys see that? It's like a rubber band, just super stretchy. So that is how you can tell the difference between the two. And the Stretch, like I said, is great for fitted t-shirts, anything you need that'll give it a little extra give. And we do recommend these on cotton and cotton polyester or polyester. If you have different materials like dry fit shirt, or say a camp chair, things that you're not sure what the material is, just do a little test piece. Make sure the material is not gonna melt. And then I would also take your temperature. So with the EasyWeed line, temperature is 305 and then you do it for 10 to 15 seconds. So if you're doing it on something you're not sure or you're afraid it might melt, you can turn your heat down to like 285 and press it for a little shorter. It's still gonna get the stick. And that is all we did. Okay, now we've got our electric here. Can you guys see the sheen on that? Ooh, I love it. So this is the pink in the electric. And this is even more rigid than the EasyWeed. Okay, and I say that it's rigid, it's still a really soft, flexible material. It's super thin. So we're talking like tiny bits of rigidness. Okay, so now we are gonna layer these. What I love about the EasyWeed line is they are all layerable. So the EasyWeed you can layer on top of, the Stretch you can layer on top of, and the electric you can layer on top of. So it's awesome.
Really quick, where'd the file come from?
So the file is from a girl in a glue gun. It's a free file on her blog, and it's adorable. And it's in JPEG and SVG, so Cricut users and Silhouette users can download it. So we'll put a link there, but it's a girl in a glue gun, and you can just search her. She's got all sorts of cut files on her blog. Okay, so first we're gonna preheat our shirt. I'm just gonna snap that down. I've got my heat press set at 305, and we're gonna press these. Since we're layering, we're gonna do it a little different, but 10 to 15 seconds for the set time. And I do have my pressing pillow down here, and that is just cushioning all my seams in my shirt to give it a nice even press. Okay, so our first layer is gonna be the EasyWeed Electric in pink. And I'm just gonna press this for like 2 seconds, just to get the tack on. And then I'm gonna peel off my clear carrier sheet. Okay, and then we're gonna do our next layer. And this is the gold EasyWeed. And I love it because it's shiny and beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna line up my little heart. Got it? Okay, just press this one for another, just like 2 seconds. Peel off that carrier sheet. And then our next layer is this guy. Get him lined up. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and now I've got some exposed little pieces. So I'm just gonna take some multi-use paper and go over the top to protect that. Okay, so we're gonna layer this guy on.
So Monica has a question while we're going. So you recommend the Stretch for t-shirts?
Yes, so Stretch is actually my go-to for most projects, just because you can use it on plain t-shirts, but you can also use it on stretchy t-shirts. So it is my go-to. There's not as many colors in the Stretch, so EasyWeed is an awesome option as well. Okay, so this is our last layer. So I'm gonna do this layer for the full 10 to 15 seconds. I'm doing it for 12 seconds, just so we can make sure these other layers that we did first get the full seal on there, the full pressure. Okay, now our last layer, I'm gonna peel that off. And I also love these because these are all either cold peel or hot peel. So you can let that cool off before you peel off the carrier sheet, or you can just let it go, peel it hot. So there's our shirt. Can you guys see the electric, the pink?
And can you layer the Stretch?
Yes, you can layer the Stretch. You can layer all of these. There's a few other in the EasyWeed line. There's the Easy Reflective and the EasyWeed Glow in the Dark. Those we don't recommend layering, but everything else you can layer. And the glitter, which is not in the EasyWeed line, but don't layer Siser glitter. You can do it, but we've got videos on that. You can also use these with a home iron. I used a heat press today, but you can use them all with a home iron and it works great. So EasyWeed, these are all the EasyWeed colors. There's just tons and tons. And then these are the Stretch colors. So you can tell there's not quite as many of the Stretch colors, but there's still tons. And there's specialty colors that there's not available in the EasyWeed in the Stretch. So, and then the electrics come in all sorts of fun colors. And these are our sample kits. They're also on sale this week, so go check those out. We'll put a link up to our cut file that we used and also to all the materials we used. So I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.